Hey, good people.
Hey, good people, YouTubers. This is Empress Jack Rabbit.
I'm Tori Boo 151.
And we thought we'd do something we haven't done before, which is go through the year 2015 and list the people who caught L's and why.
Yeah.
We have a bit of a list and we have a bit of explanation for each one. If you like the video, remember to subscribe,
Comment,
and thumbs up us. You ready to begin?
Yes, I'm very ready to begin. First on our Taking L's list is Tiger Simpson.
I'm going to talk about this first
Okay.
because I am not a Tiger fan. He was with Cash Money.
Yep.
I guess he still is. He's not happy being on that label and wants to get off. They won't release any of his music. So he decides to do the Beyonce thing and drop a CD, drop an album overnight.
Right.
That was last year. The first week, he sold a grand total of 2,250 songs. So that was definitely a bust. Overall totals about 22,000. So that did not work out well for him.
Nah.
He wanted to get with Kylie Jenner. I guess they have now gotten together. I don't know if they've consummated their situation, but he had to wait till she was 18. Don't really think he's going to get in with the fam, though. He's a little bit brash for them, and they usually want somebody with more money and more cash.
Yeah.
He rented one home, and he had to pay $90,000 in back rent that he didn't pay. And then I think they went back to court, reduced it to $80,000. He still has not paid on that. He's got about a $20,000 tax lien on him. This has all happened in this year. He tried to coattail ride on Chris Brown, but that didn't work. He already made a comment that he didn't really like Nicki Minaj or Drake. Thought Drake was fake. I don't know Drake like that. So he kind of distanced himself from them because he's dealing with that Jenner girl who's going to overshine him. I hope he doesn't get too caught up in that because ultimately, like I know, she's going to go on to something bigger and better. Tiger, God bless, do better.
Please. Our next person is Steve Harvey. As you already know, he announced the wrong Miss America or Miss Universe, whichever. He called out Miss Colombia, and it was actually Miss Philippines that won. But he also went on Twitter to apologize, and he accidentally spelled Philippines.
Right, absolutely.
Black Twitter got to you.
Steve Harvey also jumped on with that, what's that lady cook that was calling folks niggas and all of that? Paula Deen, to give the Paula Deen apology. That didn't go over very well.
Nope.
He also supported this lady when she was talking about people saying racist things, and she's so tired of it, this white lady, and he said that he just walk away and don't say anything. He never thought Black Lives Matter, as far as I'm concerned. Catch that L, Steve. I don't have no love for you.
None. We're going to move on swiftly and professionally like Justin J. Next is Claudia Jordan, her on and off relationship with RHOA.
Yeah, Claudia tried to come on like gangbusters. That's what happens with a lot of people. They try to come on too strong. In fact, I like the way Kim Fields now is doing it better. She's kind of laid back in the cut and checking the situation out. She stands in her truth. You cannot deny that, and she won't be changed from that, whether you like it or not. She's not here for a lot of the mess. She probably is doing Real Housewives the way I do. But Claudia, on the other hand, was coming in right away like she was a stan and watching every people on the show, but never really knowing them or whatever. And she was coming across harsh and rude. She got also a job because she got to look like she's doing something when she's on the show. But she got one with Ricky Smiley's show as well. But that didn't go well for her either. I made a prediction she wasn't gone. We have seen her a couple of times here and there, highs and buys. So I knew she wasn't going to be gone. Because she's a bit of an opportunist and to me a little bit on the shady racist side. Yeah. So and she's at least half black. But girl, you caught that L this year.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Next is Apollo, Phaedra's husband on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Apollo is serving 8 years for Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yes. Well, he initially had Grand Theft Auto,
Okay.
but now he was stealing people credit cards and going into their retirement accounts and stealing their money.
Right.
How he did that or whatever, I don't know. We'll never know because I'm
No.
not here for that anyways. But he got caught in the middle of it, and he was going to have to go back to jail, and he got sentenced. How long did he get?
8 years, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Got 8 years, five maybe for good behavior, but definitely 8 years. What I didn't get was why Candy and Todd were in the mix of his stuff, holding his things
I
in the
didn't either.
garage and stuff.
Because
There's
as
no
it
need
come to
to.
find out, if you've been reading the paper, not just trashy blogs, but the paper, the federal government was looking for those things, and boom, they turned up on TV, so they knew where to find them.
Right.
They're lucky that Candy and Todd didn't get held as an accessory to a crime by
Really?
holding that. Whereas people were bashing Phaedra, but Phaedra, being an attorney, knew I'm distancing myself from all of that.
Absolutely.
Now, he was in one prison. He's got moved to another. But right now, his kids don't have privileges. That takes a while for them to get the privileges of authority to meet, to talk to him. So they're talking online and that, but not being able to come and see him.
Right.
He caught a big L for greed because you know
Definitely.
what? All money is not good money, as he's displaying that to us. If you don't believe that's true, keep following those footsteps and you'll see how that goes. All money is not good money. And what's most important at the end of the day is your family, kids, loved ones. That is more important than that little extra change because you was getting money on Housewives anyways.
Right. When men come on the show, they at least get one check for doing that. So your greed took over. Tamar Braxton. She took a lot of L's. First off, my condolences are to them because she's going through health issues right now. So on her, my condolences on that. But she took some L's because supposedly Kim Michelle was calling her a Muppet, and they went on the reel to hash it out there, and she was in tears and upset, and people were still dragging
And
her.
she also had to quit Dance with the Stars because
Yes.
of her health issues. I think she had tumors or something in her lungs.
Right.
But anyway, she had to go in for that. On the real, she is real shady. So if they talking about real, this real shady. And I'm a strong believer in what go around, come around. So she was giving a lot of stuff out that wasn't necessarily positive. Sometimes it was funny, but she got to watch that. Tamar, watch your back.
Right.
Stay on top of your game, and good luck on your music.
Absolutely. Next is Lil Wayne. His issues with Young Money, Cash Money just keep on piling on, more so than just not having to release an album. It was a hot mess for him. You had so many issues with Baby and Slim, and it's just going on and on with you.
Yeah, he's been trying to get off. He's been talking about suing himself off of it. They won't release his music, but they're not releasing anybody's music.
Nope.
That'd be Drake, and that would be Nicki Minaj, and I think that was the last one they dropped. Tiger can't get any music dropped.
Nope.
They doing some of that money, but you should have known that from day one. You've been with them and around them since very young,
Right.
and they were getting their money from you all. They were pimping you guys out.
Absolutely.
But Wayne has been catching it with lawsuits and losses of money, and yeah, it's been a challenging year. His Christina Milian relationship hit the skids. I guess he was doing him.
Yeah.
With that, not really committed to the situation.
Right.
But hey, Wayne, we're waiting from you. And you said this too. Ever since he went to jail and came back, he's lost a lot of his swagger, his flavor, and he has. It seemed to have toned him down a lot. But we need you back.
We need you back. We need the real you. Jail has really diminished who you are.
It has.
I really miss the old Wayne.
Absolutely.
Next, Master P. The king of simps. Can I say that?
Yeah.
He is the king. He's having terrible child support, child custody issues with his wife Sonia. It is a hot mess. And let me just say, I do not appreciate that Romeo Miller is in the midst of it. You should have no say in this.
He shouldn't be. He's a child. He may be an adult, a young adult, but he's still their child, and that's not his place to pick sides, which he has against his mother.
Right.
Really? is that dollar bill worth that? We know why you're doing that.
Right.
Not to mention the fact he took the other kids, Master P did. Now they went to court on it. When they went to court, he didn't even show up for the court date. So
Nope.
Sonya automatically took the kids back. I think the kids needs to be with their mother. Yeah, they can be with their dad as they get older, but they're not at that point yet.
Right.
He's supposed to have a reality show on. I don't know if it's hit the air or what, but I'm not really here for it. Every time I see him, he's looking 50-some with some little young babes all around him and stuff.
Right.
So he's having to come off a lot of money. He's ended up having to pay child support and a mega amount of alimony as well, which he was trying to avoid.
Right.
Let's be real. Did he really want those kids? Did he really want to paint her? He tried to paint her as a drug addict and addicted to this, that, and the third. Was she? I don't know. I never saw anything on her like that. She never looked like that to me. I don't know what people do at the house because I feel like that was your wife. So if she was getting high, you was too. So that's how that go. So hopefully they get it together. And let's put some prayers on them because I hate to see families going through that, especially black families.
Honestly, and I know this is not pertaining to the issue, but Romeo left a bad taste in my mouth after watching Millionaire Matchmaker. Millionaire Matchmaker, as we know, she likes to keep the ladies diverse in who she gives them out to people. And he was not here for the black women, and I was very discouraged by that.
And we weren't here for him.
No.
So
no. Next is Bill Cosby. As we
Bill
know,
Cosby.
we have the sexual assault allegations on him, and now he's trying to sue the people that are suing him on the harassment charges.
After all this time, he wants to find like Beverly Johnson or anybody else to sue, and yet these people are still coming up. These ladies with stories. You've got men that worked at the studio when he was doing the Cosby Show and things like that, substantiating their stories. So I don't know how that's going to go, but Bill Cosby. You played a game on us, and I'm not a person to be quickly forgiving. I do work on that, but wrong is wrong and right is right.
Absolutely.
Now, I wasn't there to say you was dropping pills and people drinks, but I do know this, after this long a life, where there is smoke, there's fire.
Absolutely.
So somebody you did, and there are some cases that went to court back in the 90s or early 2000s, that you bought off with hush money and things like that that's now come out. If you've done wrong and you've done it in the dark, trust it's going to come into the light.
Absolutely.
So stop catching L's.
Please. Next is Meek Mills.
Oh,
where do we start with Meek? First off, let me just say Drake killed you. The whole beef with Drake thing, some people don't know what happened was that Meek was alleging that Drake had a ghostwriter. And Drake was not here for it. He's like, I write my own material. And he wrote 2 songs to diss you. Right. But you didn't get it, and you're still trying to diss him to this day.
Not only that, but Meek, listen. Nicki Minaj, I think she's out your league. I think that, this is just me, my own opinion. I think she might have a tendency to pick people that she can control and have the last say on and be the boss over them. If that's a relationship for you, that's your dream relationship, baby, go and do it. But is big breasts and big butts worth all that? I don't know, because all you're doing, what I see, is drowning.
Right.
And you catching a lot of L's. Now they're talking about putting you back in jail.
Right.
For peeing water, ice cold water in the cup. Ice cold water. Ice cold water. I've taken many drug tests for work, and they take your temperature of that urine right away, so that it's a body temperature, not no cold water. And here is real stupid. I felt insulted that you would try to think I was that stupid. You're gonna say that you drank a protein drink,
right?
And that made your urine clear. I'm not here for the okie doke.
Let's stop playing.
You know what? Stop lying. Come clean, be honest. Try some of those things.
Please.
Don't think that relationship is for you. I don't really see it going anywhere as what you might think you wanted to.
Right.
But good luck on all that. I don't know what the judge has already decided that you lied and that you violated your probation.
Right.
I don't know how that's going to fall, whether you're going back to jail or they're going to possible add some probation or whatever to you.
Right.
But you can't fly out of the city without letting them know when you're on probation.
Not at all. And with Nikki, okay, if you all watched on VH1, they did some kind of special Ti was hosting, and we watched y'all two bicker at the table quietly. Y'all was, she was facial making, he was all nudging and stuff. We saw y'all bickering, so I'm not sure where that relationship's going, but it's going nowhere fast.
Right.
Our next person, Lisa Giudice and her husband.
Her name's Teresa.
Teresa. I said Lisa, excuse me.
Right.
Teresa. Wrong person. Teresa Giudice.
Yeah, she caught an L, but she saved her time. It's one thing to be a ride or die, but it's another thing to be a fool. And your husband was stealing money left and right. He thought he was the mafia, and you were buying things. I remember first seeing your Real Housewives of New Jersey, and you was going to the store to I want this and this and this, and had wads of cash. You don't think that's going to catch up with you.
Right.
You can't put everything on TV because the same law enforcement that's out in your area or federal, they're watching TV too.
Yeah, they watch you.
but you had to serve that time. You got out. Now I guess he goes in March.
Yep.
For 4 or 8 years or however many years. I would suggest you move on because not only did he put you in that bad situation where you had to lie to try to keep your family together, he been cheating all along. All along. We used to see it on the show. I stopped watching because the cheating was just so blatantly rude. Yes.
It's outlandish.
Come tell you what, let mine cheat on me and I find out now he did some crime. Baby, you serving that time.
Right.
You're going to do the Apollo.
You done.
Right.
Our next person, Kay Michelle. Okay, she's been having controversy about her Memphis relationship and also about her implants and wanting to take them out and Ben take them out and all that kind of stuff. What is your feeling on it? I'm still in the air. You know what?
I'm not gonna give KL. I'm not because she had the sense enough that she never lied that she had butt implants.
True.
And the fact that she got tired of having them in and she took them out. Like, let's get back to real women. Right. Get back to our real self. So she's partly there. In as far as Memphis goes, I think everybody can get with somebody that ain't nobody and get hurt in the midst of it.
We all take that L at some point. So I would agree with that. I was up in the air on that one, but I do agree. Our last person on the list, number one, is Iggy Azalea.
Oh my God!
You took all the L's in the world. You took more than tagging.
Can I say 2 words? Erykah Badu.
Oh, she got you. She got you on the Soul Train Awards.
She did.
And you tried to clap back on Erykah, and Erykah clapped back on you.
And shut you down and shut you up. And all of a sudden, y'all was kissing and making up.
Right.
Let me just say, Erykah's old school. You can't clap back on that New York girl. She will eat you up and going back down to Australia with that. But Iggy Azalea had a tour. It was going to open up like in the spring of this year or earlier in the year. Then they pushed it to the spring. And then they ended up canceling the tour for now because they want to do more rehearsing or whatever. Right. Tinashe fell off and
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas fell off. Everybody saw that train wreck getting ready to happen and they jumped off of it. Now we don't hear a word from her. She said she was getting off Instagram and social media and all that. So why did Erykah Badu tweet something or say something? Then you jumped on right quick.
Exactly.
And nobody gave 2 fucks. So. No.
Like, I don't get it. And then all throughout the year, we've been seeing vines and videos of you trying to freestyle and stuff. And everybody's just like, please stop.
It's horrible. Yeah, do us all a favor and stop. She came out, wanted to be country and western.
Right.
Then she wanted to be pop. And none of those things came to because she couldn't sing.
Right.
And the last resort was rap. And it takes T.I. to pick up somebody like that and thought he had a gold mine. And whatever. I'm not going to deny he probably got a few ducats from her little song. But he probably was hurrying up, distancing himself from her.
Quickly.
Then she got her feelings hurt and wanted to say something. Once again, supposed to be off of social media, but then wanted to say something. And he tried to, I don't know, make amends or mash it over, smooth it over. But we didn't see them come back together and work together. I don't expect to see you anymore unless you come back looking like Rachel Dolezal. But Rachel Dolezal, speaking on that, we
That's
should have
another
put that
L.
on there.
Right.
Rachel Dolezal, if you don't know, if you've been under a rock, she was the white lady that pretended that she was black.
Yep.
And that she headed up the NAACP. This thing I don't understand. NAACP was created way back in the day by Jewish people, white people, and black people, and it was for anybody could be in it. You didn't have to claim black. What makes Rachel Dolezal, a L, catching L's because you can't just put on blackface like they used to do in the old timey vaudeville days and be back black.
No.
You don't have that experience. You don't know the struggle. You don't know what it feels like on a job and the boss don't trust you because you're black. Or you go into the store and they follow you around everywhere thinking that you're going to steal something. Every time you look up, there is the clerk following you around.
Right.
So obviously, like you're going to steal.
Right.
And all the while, the little white teenagers in the corner stealing. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're right.
You don't know any of that. You don't know any of that. You don't know the struggle in the relationships, the struggle on holding money, the struggle just trying to find a job.
Nope.
Then they think you can't even answer the phone or type a letter. You don't know. So to put on blackface is a discredit to yourself, to humanity, to our race, to everything else. And to me, I found it hurtful, and I found you a liar. And then you wanted to stick to your story that you were black. You even had a picture of some old black guy that was at a party, and tried to say that was your daddy.
Right.
And your mom and daddy came up and busted you out and showed a picture of you when you was looking like Mary Kate with looking white as you were, right, and busted you out.
You also lied on your college application. Where's she going?
Where's she or Morehouse or somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere, but you lied on your application and said that you were African American.
So that you could get funds, because that's where it all started, because you tried to get funds the regular way, and then you found that you would have to put this into your application, being of color, and then you jumped on and did that. Right. Not only the fact that you said that your brothers, your adopted brothers, black brothers, were your children, and they were not your children. You might have helped to raise them, bring a big sister to them, like my sisters and brothers. So I did the same thing. You did the same thing, but I never claimed them as mine. They were not my children. They were my siblings, and that was that. So you catch the major L of 2015.
One more. I have one more person. Raven Simone.
Oh my God, Raven Simone.
You the queen of L's. I'm sorry, you the queen of L's. You said lots of disgusting things this year. Hairstyles were a hot mess. I don't know who is your stylist or your makeup artist, but they need to be fired immediately.
And you with that high yellow skin, that black lipstick, girl, you look like a gothic fool. You don't want to hire nobody with crazy names. Your name is Raven Simone. Right.
And you got read by Trey Melvin himself, read you. That's how you know you took a major L.
Yes, honey. A major L. You walking around, you're not black, you're not African, you're not this, you're not that. Then what are you? An invisible alien? Because that's what you look like. Please catch them L's. There was a campaign going around to get you off The View, and I signed it.
Quickly.
But The View is in desperate need of ratings, so anytime you can say something that disturbs American people, I don't care whether they're straight, gay, black, white, man, woman, they're going to keep you on.
Yep.
So you on by your nasty mouth, and that doesn't spell long term to me. They're using you the way you think you out here doing the most. They're using you, dummy. Big dummy. Be like Fred Sanford.
Right.
But that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like it, comment,
subscribe,
thumbs up, and have a great 2016.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.